The potential fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is drawing significant attention and excitement in the boxing world. Both fighters have long been regarded as two of the best pound-for-pound boxers in the world, with each man having dominated their respective divisions. Crawford, known for his impeccable skill set, ring intelligence, and versatility, has proven himself across multiple weight classes. Meanwhile, Canelo Alvarez, a physically imposing and powerful fighter, has held multiple world championships across several weight divisions and is widely regarded as one of the greatest fighters of his generation. The idea of a fight between these two generational talents raises many questions, primarily revolving around how Crawford's skills will stack up against Canelo's size, power, and experience in the ring. This matchup has sparked debates and discussions among fans, pundits, and former fighters alike, each with their perspective on who might come out on top if the two were to ever meet inside the ring. Various experts have weighed in, offering their thoughts on the fight, with some favoring Canelo due to his physicality and strength, while others lean towards Crawford's boxing IQ and movement. One of the major concerns for Crawford in this potential matchup is the weight disparity between the two fighters. Canelo is a natural middleweight, with the ability to move comfortably into the super middleweight division at 168 pounds and even the light heavyweight division. On the other hand, Crawford has spent the majority of his career in the lighter weight classes, having moved up from lightweight to welterweight. While Crawford has shown the ability to move up in weight and still maintain his effectiveness, a jump to 168 pounds would undoubtedly present challenges that even his impressive skills might not be able to overcome. Sam Jones, a notable figure in the boxing world and a fan of Terence Crawford, expressed his concerns about the fight, acknowledging that while Crawford is incredibly skilled, Canelo's size and strength may be too much for him. Jones highlighted Canelo's physicality, calling him a lump, a fighter who may not be the tallest in stature but is built like a block of muscle. He believes that Canelo's sheer strength and size would be difficult for Crawford to overcome, especially given the added weight Crawford would have to carry into the fight. While Jones respects Crawford's abilities, he ultimately believes that Canelo's power and size would be the deciding factor in the fight. Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn also weighed in on the potential fight, calling it an intriguing matchup between two generational greats. Hearn acknowledged that Crawford's skills, including his footwork, movement, and boxing IQ, would give him a chance to make the fight competitive. However, he pointed out that moving up in weight to 168 pounds would pose significant challenges for Crawford. Hearn also noted that on fight night, Canelo could weigh as much as 180 to 185 pounds, which would only increase the size disparity between the two fighters. Despite Crawford's incredible ability, Hearn believes that the size difference would be too much for Crawford to overcome, and he gave Canelo the edge in the fight. Canelo Alvarez is undoubtedly a formidable opponent. His power, defense, and timing have made him a difficult opponent for anyone in the boxing ring. Former boxer and trainer Keith Thurman emphasized just how hard it is to beat Canelo, calling him extremely hard to beat, but not unbeatable. Thurman highlighted Canelo's excellent defense, sharp head movement, and effective offense, including his ability to land clean shots with precise timing. Thurman noted that although Canelo is not unbeatable, his overall skill set makes him a tough challenge for anyone. Despite acknowledging Crawford's skills, Thurman reiterated that Canelo's physicality would likely be a deciding factor in the fight. Paulie Malignaghi, another former boxer and analyst, suggested that boxing favors Terence Crawford in this matchup. Malignaghi pointed out that Crawford's career trajectory and the way he has built his skill set might make him more favorable in the fight, even though Canelo has enjoyed great success in his career as well. Malignaghi seemed to suggest that Crawford, in some ways, is meant to win this fight, given his journey in boxing and the way he has managed to win championships across different weight classes. While he admitted that Canelo's physical advantages are significant, he expressed a belief that Crawford could find a way to win, pointing to his exceptional skill set and boxing IQ. Kevin Cunningham, a trainer who has worked with top-level fighters, expressed a similar sentiment, acknowledging Canelo's greatness but also noting Crawford's unique ability to overcome challenges. Cunningham believes that Crawford's intelligence, talent, and ability to adjust to different styles give him a chance against Canelo, even if it is a difficult task. He stated that Crawford could potentially find weaknesses in Canelo's style and use his skills to exploit them, similar to how other fighters have succeeded against Canelo in the past. Cunningham further emphasized that Crawford is not just a skilled boxer but also possesses the aggression and physicality needed to earn Canelo's respect in the ring. While Canelo's physicality is an obvious advantage, there is no denying that Crawford's movement and ability to think in the ring set him apart from many other fighters. Boxing commentator Ronnie Shields made an interesting comparison between Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr., who had success against Canelo in their fight years ago. Shields explained that when Canelo tried to press Mayweather, the former champion used precise footwork and angles to avoid getting caught, forcing Canelo to reset repeatedly. Shields believes that Crawford could use a similar strategy to frustrate Canelo, utilizing his movement and ring IQ to neutralize the Mexican champion's pressure and land effective punches. Shields is confident that Crawford could replicate the strategy that worked for Mayweather, given that Crawford's movement and ability to adapt in the ring are two of his strongest attributes. However, he also acknowledged that it would be a tough challenge, as Canelo is known for his power and relentless pressure. Still, Shields emphasized that if Crawford sticks to his game plan and executes it with discipline, he has a strong chance of success. Another aspect of the fight that has sparked interest is the possibility of a knockout. While Canelo is known for his knockout power, Crawford's ability to make adjustments during the fight and his ability to control distance could make it difficult for Canelo to land clean, powerful shots. Some analysts believe that if the fight were to go the full 12 rounds, Crawford's superior skill set would give him the edge, especially if he can avoid getting caught by Canelo's power punches. On the other hand, if the fight ends in a knockout, most experts believe that Canelo's power would likely be the deciding factor. Notable figures in the sport, such as Bob Arum, have also offered their opinions on the potential showdown. Arum expressed concern over the significant weight difference between the two fighters, acknowledging that Canelo has the size advantage, which could prove to be a decisive factor in the fight. However, Arum also highlighted Crawford's superior boxing ability and suggested that if the fight were to come down to skill alone, he would favor Crawford. Still, he noted that the physical disparities between the two fighters could tilt the scales in Canelo's favor. Caleb Plant, a former super middleweight champion, also shared his thoughts on the fight, particularly emphasizing Crawford's ability to switch between orthodox and southpaw stances, which makes him unpredictable and difficult to deal with. Plant pointed out that Crawford's ability to control distance, whether up close, at mid-range, or from the outside, could be crucial in this fight. While acknowledging that Canelo is the bigger man, Plant suggested that Crawford's versatility and ring craft would make for a highly intriguing fight. With all the different opinions and predictions from experts, fans are eagerly awaiting the possibility of this super fight. The intrigue lies not only in the fighters' individual abilities but also in how their contrasting styles will interact in the ring. Crawford's intelligence, movement, and ability to adjust are undeniably impressive, but Canelo's physicality and power are major obstacles to overcome. It's clear that this potential fight would be one for the ages, with fans and analysts alike divided over who would come out on top. If the fight were to happen, it would undoubtedly be one of the biggest spectacles in recent boxing history, with both fighters putting their legacies on the line. In the end, the potential fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is one that has captured the imagination of boxing fans around the world. Both fighters are incredibly skilled, but the question remains, Will Crawford's ring IQ and movement be enough to overcome Canelo's power and size? Only time will tell if this fight ever materializes, but until then, the debates will continue to rage on as fans speculate on who would emerge victorious in this dream matchup.